I am Diesel and this is Alex. And today we are going to be cooking a typical meal that sailors would have eaten during the age of exploration.
We are making a fancier dish that the officers would have eaten called sea pie. We are also making a more common sea biscuit that everyday sailors would have eaten. And finishing off our meal, we would be drinking a kid-friendly version of the common drink, grog.
To get started, we need to make dough. There are two different types of dough we're going to make.
While Diesel is making our sea biscuit dough, I will be making the dough for our sea pie.
The dough for sea biscuits is very easy. All you need to do is add flour, salt, and water. You may be more familiar with the term hardtack. Now that actually started in the 19th century. So sailors in the 1600s would not have used that term. They would have called this sea biscuits,
Hard biscuits,
brown biscuits,
shipbread,
or as we like to call it, biscuit. We are going to add our salt. And now there isn't an exact amount a recorded exact amount that you're supposed to use. We're just gonna guess and use about a couple handfuls. And then we need to mix this. And then we'll add a little bit of water until it turns into a stiff dough.
The ship pie dough is similar, but we also add butter to the dough. We are mixing 4 pounds of flour and 1.5 pounds of butter. When that is mixed, we will add water until that is mixed. We will add water and that will turn it into dough.
A sea biscuit was a very hard biscuit that had all the water evaporated out of it. Not like today's soft buttery biscuits. It was made out of necessity and not for satisfying tongues. If made and stored properly, it could last up to a year. It was very portable and it was easy to divide into rations. It was said that England made very good biscuits. When we said biscuit, it was because biscuit means baked twice. They would bake the sea biscuit twice to make sure all the water was gone.
Now that our dough is prepared, it is time to roll it out. While I roll it out, Diesel is going to make the sea bread biscuits.
I'm pinching off about 4 ounces of dough for each biscuit. Now, sailors would have gotten about a pound of biscuit each day, and that's equivalent to about 4 of these biscuits.
I don't know about you, but I could eat all 4 of those biscuits and I would still be starving.
I could eat all the biscuits on the ship and I'd still be starving.
For the sake of time, I will be pre-cutting some of the layers. But I'm going to place a layer into the bottom of the bowl. The ship pie was made of layers of meat and dough, where we are going to add potatoes, onions, along with some various spices and salt to make it taste better.
As Alex has made the pie, I have made my biscuits and flattened them out. I'm going to add holes in them with the fork, using a fork to keep the dough flat. So if I don't add holes, guys, this dough will rise and won't be a ship's biscuit.
One thing we discovered was that the sailors did not get very much to eat. This chart from the British Navy shows the different foods sailors were fed each week. There are some foods that would vary depending on what they had on board, but much of the food was either very salty or very bland. Officers ate better than the regular sailors. Their food was better prepared and more nutritious. Most of what the sailors ate was preserved food they brought with them. However, fresh meat and vegetables could have been gathered when they went ashore.
Okay, our ship pie and biscuits are ready for cooking. You might wonder how a pie was baked on a ship with no oven. The solution was to boil the pie in water. To make that happen, we are going to put a plate on top of our pie and tie it with string.
All right, while Alex does that, I'm going to put the biscuits in the oven for about 3 hours at 325 degrees.
The ship pie was also boiled for about 3 hours. Let's pop them in the oven and see how it turns out.
All right, while we wait for our food, let's make our kid-friendly grog. Grog was a mix of water and rum, with a little lime added as well. Rum was a very important drink in the age of discovery.
It was hard to find clean water. Oh, sailors were paid in rum. It was also hard to find clean water. So rum was used as a daily drink. However, it was alcoholic, so the sailors would get intoxicated.
To solve that, they mixed rum and water to make it less alcoholic and to sterilize the water. They had the lime. The lime also added flavor, but it also added vitamin C, which prevented scurvy.
We are substituting rum with apple juice. So apple juice, but we're gonna make our grog. So we're going to mix half of water with and half a cup of water and half a cup of grog.
Okay, and then we're gonna take our limes and squeeze. All right. Well, cheers. Let's keep going.
This tastes disgusting.
And here they are. We've got our ship's pie out of the water and these out of the oven. Now I gotta say, guys, these are a little hard. Just listen. Let me try and break it. No. All right. Let's try this. No. All right, no, they're not gonna break. They're still a little hot and a little soft. They'll cool down. As these cool down, they'll harden. But actually, these will be baked again the next day just to make sure they're really hard. No molds get into it.
So we are looking at our ship pie, and so I have our taste tester, and before she tastes it, some things I noticed was how it's a lot like harder, the top, than I thought it was gonna be, because I thought it was gonna be really mushy, but this is Addie. She is our taste tester for today, for our pie, so.
And guys, I'm gonna be tasting this too because I'm just curious.
It looks very thick.
Come on, Alex, don't struggle. You can do it.
Yeah. So,
Fourth again. All right. Let's see.
so this is the food that sailors would have eaten.
Weird.
First bite.
Hot. Hot.
Blow on it.
Let me just get my piece.
I can taste the onion.
Oh.
Let me see here. I got a good chunk of potatoes and
Oh, somebody
Ham.
got some basil leaf on.
Okay, all right, let's see.
Okay. Oh. How's
Very
it taste?
plain. I'll tell you that.
Very plain. Can taste the onion a lot.
What is the consistency?
I would say it's kind of, it's soft, but it's still kind
Dry.
of thick. It's
Kinda
like
dry.
soft and thick. So, I wouldn't eat this forever.
It's very
Would
thick.
you recommend to other people?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, sure, totally.
But everybody, we'll see you later. Diesel, would you be able to eat this?
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the whole dish, all the dishes. Would you be able to eat that forever? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with
But
that.
I will see you guys later. Bye.
This is so bad. So